What's up? I'm Sean Preston, and I'm here with Adrian Austin today, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man.
Good,
My
good,
brother.
good,
Good to see
good,
you,
good.
man.
So yeah, man. Tell us about yourself.
Okay.
Tell us what you're doing, what you got going.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, like you said, Adrian Austin. So I'm running for city council at large here in the city of Pontiac. I'm a longtime resident. 40 years old, so I'm a young man. But all of my 40 years, I've been a resident of the city of Pontiac. Me and my wife, we own a home in Fieldstone Village. Graduated from Pontiac Northern in
We gotta cut. We
2003.
gotta cut this
Big
now.
husky
We gotta
energy
cut
in
it
here.
off now. We gotta cut
You know, it's my dog. Hey, it's good when you can have a husky and a chief
in
in
the
the
same
room. You know what I'm
room.
saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, been here in the city of Pontiac all my life. Currently, right now, I work for the UAW. So I'm an elected chairperson with the UAW. I represent the brothers and sisters of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, which gives me just a little bit more experience than I would say some of my candidates have, because I'm already doing the work of representing people in that field. But I have a beautiful wife. I have two beautiful daughters, Shania and Alora. Big family, man. Grandmother. I'm a grandmother, baby.
Okay.
Uncles, sisters, nephews, nieces. So, yeah, man, it's all Pontiac.
Sweet, sweet.
Yeah.
You mentioned being a big family man,
Yes,
right?
sir.
I feel like family is always important.
Absolutely.
Tell me about that. Why is family important to you?
Well, family honestly is important to me because that's my rock, man.
Yeah.
It's my legacy.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I'm establishing for my daughters. So, that family niche, even in this campaign, has been helping me. It's been holding me down. It's been my support system. I grew up with my mother, grew up with my grandmother, uncles. Unfortunately, I didn't grow up with my father, but I do know my father's side of the family. So my grandmothers and uncles and grandfathers were very instrumental in my life. And without my family, man, I don't believe that I will be the man that I am today to be able to run for office for
Yeah.
the city of Pontiac and believe what I feel is going to be a great job, a great turnaround for the city. So my family has been instrumental in doing that. And as well as the city. The city is my family. We grew up together. We are brothers, sisters, cousins. A lot of y'all, I'm going to say it, y'all might know me as Booby. You know what I mean? Some of my school friends might know me as Arab. So, we got a big family dynamic here in the city of Pontiac,
Yeah.
and I believe that's really my rock, man.
Sweet, sweet,
Yeah.
sweet. So going into transitioning from the family into the campaign,
Sure.
where did the idea of Adrian Austin for council at large
Yeah,
start? Like,
yeah.
where was that birthed at?
Yeah, so I truly believe, Sean P., that the Lord has blessed me with a gift
Yeah.
to be a leader, to represent people, to speak for those that may not have as big a voice to speak up for themselves. But I'm an overall people person. I gel well in my role as a UAW chairperson, collaborating, being inclusive, working with all different sectors of people, genders. And so I know that God always had a plan for me to represent my city, be in front of my city. Funny story about that is I met my wife, and I was in school for business.
Okay.
I wasn't even thinking about this lane. But when I met her and she was graduating law school, I was like, oh no, I'm finna be married to a lawyer. I gotta get my stuff together, man. So I switched my major and I started with legal studies at Baker College.
Okay.
So, the legal study aspect, we're working with the union, that combined, it was like, it was just time to start stepping up. Then I was appointed a UAW VCAP chair,
Okay.
citizenship and legislation. So it's the work site legislative branch of the UAW. And I began to just start doing impactful work in Detroit and in the community. And the real thing that I would look at is like, man, Pontiac is struggling. Our youth is struggling. We having senior citizens who's dealing with home repair issues and different things like that. And I'm doing all of this great work, but I could be doing it in Pontiac.
Yeah.
And so about a year ago, me and my wife started talking about it. She's like, are you gonna do it? Are you You know, are you really just looking to get more involved in the city, or are you really looking to represent? After having that conversation with my family, I let her know that I want to continue to represent people. So from my day job to actually in my city, and my family locked arms with me. My uncles, they asked me, what's your why for doing this? Once I explained it to them, everybody was with me, and we just moved as a unit, man. So Austin for Council 2025 really was birthed in my living room, having dinner with my wife, but the support has been overwhelming. The community has received me. And like I said, I'm their son, I'm their brother. So, you know, having that extra support from the community has been awesome, man, because as a young man or as anybody getting involved in politics, you never really know how your vision is going to be received, how, you know, your outlook is going to be received. And so I will say the city has received me with open arms. They've really embraced the campaign, and it's really going well, man. Austin for Council is out here. You may see me late dropping yard signs, putting out literature, but we really trying to do the work as opposed to just a bunch of lip service.
Right.
For sure.
So, family support, your background.
Yep.
What you say? Legal studies.
Legal studies. Did labor studies at Wayne State.
Okay.
Yep.
Tell me, you said that you had to explain to your family your why,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So explain that. Tell me more about the why.
Sure. So one of the first whys that I have is 40 years old, man. So I was a little young when I had my first daughter. I was 19.
Okay.
She's 21 now, Shania. And Shania went through the decimation of Pontiac. No community centers.
Yeah.
Schools were shut down. We really had to lock arms to help get Shania through. You know, I will say that at that time, there were a lot of teachers that were still very heavily involved in the children, but because of so many different movements in the city, you know, they would lose connection with a lot of the different kids. So seeing her go through that stage, where I really felt like I had one of the best childhoods ever, you know, aside from all the things we were going through in Pontiac. And so now I'm at this stage where I'm having a daughter with my wife, and I really want Alora to understand that this was a great city, and it still is. We, you know, 15 years from now, the decisions that are made on this council or in this administration, my daughter, my baby daughter, is going to have to live through. I want her to know that her father had a hand in building that, but I want her to know that the integrity that her father carried into some of these decisions is why the city reflects what it is. My second why would be Pontiac. You know, like I said, I'm your brother, I'm your son, I'm your nephew, and Pontiac has been patient with me. It's allowed me to grow. I wasn't always educated, tooled young man. I grew up in the projects. I grew up in the Lancaster. I grew up on Astor Street. So there were some challenges that I had to overcome as a young man, that if the community turned their back on me, if the community let me fall, then I wouldn't be able to stand in front of them and represent today as I am. So Pontiac is definitely one of my whys for doing this. Nice. Because it's the city that's giving me so much, giving me that grit and that determination to go out in these corporate sectors and make a living for myself and my family. But now I have the ability to come back and apply it to my city and pull everybody up together.
Nice. Yeah. I heard you say, like, your upbringing and the neighborhoods and stuff that you grew up in.
Yeah.
Like, if you could look back at yourself at 18 years old, would your 18-year-old self see you where you are now?
No, absolutely not, Shine. You know, I got a best friend. A lot of people know him, Big Dak. You know, Rab and Dak. My other brothers, Corey and Brandon Cantrell. So, you know, I didn't see this for myself, man. We really went through some growth period. My homeboy, Big Dak, he went away for a stretch. And, you know, it's just by the grace of God. He's back, he's home, he's doing great things in the community. Shout out to Big Dak. But it's those prayers, man. It's the grace of God over your life that you know, even though you don't see great things for yourself, keep a living, keep applying yourself, keep trying, keep striving, keep listening to your parents, because those are the things that kept me grounded. You know, we were in the MRN, Man's Responsibility Network, Man Accountability Network, where brothers from other communities made sure that young brothers knew the value of community, the value of sticking together and friendship. And so, no, I didn't see this for myself, but like I said, I always knew God had a plan for my life. My grandmother always knew that, and she would tell me and instill those things in me. So yeah, there were times where I got a little bit off the leash, and you know, Granny would have to reel me in. So you know, the grandma way, and I'm thankful for it. I'm blessed to have had, you know, those experiences. I love my friends. I love my family for everything we've been through, but. Yeah, man, I'm happy to see this Adrian as opposed to what some people might have said or what statistics might have said I would have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is one thing you would like to see change in Pontiac right now? Or you could even say one thing that you're going to introduce to change the city if you were on council.
Sure. So one thing I really feel is important that needs to be reestablished is the confidence and trust that our city has in their governing body. Like for instance, we were at a community meeting yesterday, and I constantly hear this when I'm around at district meetings, at city council meetings. Decisions are being made that don't reflect the community. We have not had any input in what decisions have already been made, and that's a problem, Sean, because the first part of governing is inclusiveness. We have to know what it is we're looking to change from the community perspective, the taxpayers, the most valuable body that we have in the city. So if anything, I want them to know decisions are going to be made with education, with research, with knowledge. I'm going to be a council person that makes sure that I vet the voice of the community before I raise my hand and vote yay or nay to anything. I want to start a at-large committee in every district outside of your CDC groups or any other groups that have been formed in your district, because this is going to give you another added opportunity to get more information, more knowledge, so that you can make a knowledgeable decision or pass on knowledgeable advice to a council person who's going to make that decision. And that's the flow that will really turn Pontiac around. I know that once the citizens start to see decisions reflect them, it'll increase morale, which will then increase participation in these events and these community meetings that we want to have, where it's like 10 people can't be the voice of Pontiac, 63,000 people. So, you know, I know that a lot of things, it's a process to them, but we have to slow these processes down and really put the citizens' voice front facing. So definitely changing that perspective so we get some confidence and trust back in our governing body. Real quick, I know you asked for one, but I'd be remiss if I wouldn't say, you know, our streets and bridges, Sean. And I know we focus on the MLK bridge because it's a lot of pain points that we have there. But when I say infrastructure, I mean all the streets and all the bridges, Sean. We got a walk-away bridge right on MLK by the old Popeye, where people can safely walk across the street without going through that main road. But it's closed, and it's been closed about just as long as the MLK bridge.
And I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead, my brother.
I think, I don't know who owns Perry. I think it might be MDOT. But there needs to be a light there on Perry and Martin Luther King to turn left.
Come on.
Because, bro, like, you be fighting. You playing with life or death trying to make
and
that
then
left.
people get down on that yellow and red and then they zoom. Wow. So definitely outside of infrastructure, you know, in addition to lights, what about our street lights? You know, that's how a lot of robberies is happening at these different places because the lights is out and it's people dark. Are like, man. And sometimes citizens are not cognizant to hey, make sure you got your hands on your mace, or make sure, you know, you got your phone, the light on your phone out and open so that you safely are getting to places. So safety is a big thing, making sure our lights, street lights, our street signs, and signage that displays our different subdivisions are all pristine. We really have to change the look of Pontiac.
Yeah.
I think that will raise the morale also, and now we can start feeling good about the community that we all love and that we all want to push forward. So those are just a few things.
Okay.
You know.
We gonna switch gears for these last couple of questions.
For sure.
NBA Finals.
Come on, man.
Just ended. OKC
did
win.
I got to give it up to SGA.
Okay, but do you feel like it's an asterisk?
Come on, brother.
Because
Holly was cooking.
it's 9 points.
9 points.
In 7 minutes.
In 7 minutes.
Do you feel like it's an asterisk on this NBA Finals for OKC?
I will say this. I'm not going to say it's an asterisk because OKC really did the work all year.
They did.
They was the top team. They had the best record. They got the MVP. I will say I think it would have been more of a hard-fought game if Holly was there, because Indiana, man, that defense runs off the offense and the turnovers that they was making. And came that third quarter, you know, SGA and Jalen, they settled into their bag, and it was over.
And like, I didn't like the fact that Siakam really didn't play the third quarter. I'm like, what is Rick Carlisle thinking?
Yeah. You know, Siakam was trying to be the emotional leader. He was trying to be the court leader.
Yeah.
So he had a lot going on. Now, I will be 100% honest, man. I'm a straight up and down LeBron fan. So
see,
at this point, I was just watching. You know, I was rooting for whoever got it.
Yeah.
My dog went down early, but I'm a LeBron fan till he hang it up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We'll close with this.
Sure.
Give us your message to the residents, the voters, for this up and coming election.
Absolutely. Well, the message that I have is elect a man with a plan. You'll soon be getting literature from myself in the mail, and as we're out at different community events, you'll see me passing things out. But elect a man with a plan. A lot of candidates are probably going to tell you things that they want to see happen in the city, ways that they want to see the city grow. And that's okay. That's aspirational, and I think that's definitely warranted. But you need a candidate who actually has a plan how we're going to get from A to B to C. And Adrian Austin has that. Youth council. We're going to establish a youth council, ages 13 to 18, where, we're going to get a youth center. We're going to have programs and different things like that. But we want the youth dictating what those look like so that we can truly say we're representing their needs and desires. So elect a man with the plan, August 5th. Early voting starts July 26th. Absentee ballots will soon be in the mail.
June 26th.
June 26th. I'm sorry, I apologize. June 26th, absentee ballots will be in the mail. July 26th, early voting starts in person. And then August 5th, I like I always say, I love to have your support. We're canvassing. We're doing grassroots coordinating. So I love to have your support, but I need your votes. If you support Adrian Austin, if you respect the vision, if you support the vision, if you support my plans, I need your vote. God bless you. Thank you. Shout out to Sean P, man. What he's doing with Yaktown Don't Back Down, my brother.
Yeah.
What you doing with your platform. You know, I saw you and your son out on the golf course.
Yeah.
You brought your son to my Meet the Candidate event. I understand the mentality and the growth you putting into that young brother.
Yeah.
You're awesome brother for our community. You're awesome father, man. I know we've known each other, but now that we are in a more mature space where we can really have deeper conversations.
Yes.
I really like your passion for the city, man. I like where you're going. Keep grinding. Give you your flowers now, my brother, because come on, man. Sean P, you impactful to this city, man. Everybody know you. Everybody respect you. So I just thank you for giving me the time to chop it up with you. And y'all come check him out, man. Yaktown Don't Back Down.
Yeah. We here. And for clarification purposes, he could be right about the absentees. I might have messed this whole thing up. My bad.
Yo, absentee ballots go out Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep, June 26th.
Once again, man, thank you for being
Absolutely,
here.
my brother.
Until next time, we gonna check out. Make
Yep.
sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, get out and vote.
Go vote. Go
Let's
vote.
get it. Let's
Yep,
get it.
be safe. Be blessed.